So please don't go in here and mess with it unless you know what you're doing. And if you want to make some changes, please call us and we'll help you out. Permalinks. This is a common area that folks have issues with on their websites. There's a couple of ways to set this up. The common way is the month and the name. You don't really want to go with numeric. You don't necessarily want to go with the default. But this one, and this one are all pretty good. If you do custom structure, you're going to want to do something that at least includes post name, because that's the name of the article or the page that you're putting into your site. So generally this is going to be set up when we turn it over to you. So you won't have to mess with that at all. And if you do mess with it after your site's been online for a while, you're going to have a bunch of broken pages on your site. So before you change the permalink settings, please get in touch with us and we'll help you out with setting up a way to prevent you from just having your site traffic go way off or go way down because you didn't account for changing your web page structure on the fly. Backup Buddy, this is related to the backup system that we've installed. You can go in and look at that, but again, if you're going to change things, please let us know and we'll help you out. StatPress, you may or may not get StatPress installed, but basically this is an indication of the type of traffic she's getting. I'm not going to hang on this too long. Come on. Okay, but this is if you want StatPress, basically it's an overview of the traffic she's getting, the search terms, etc. And that's about it for the dashboard. So I'm going to go back up here to posts. Actually, I'm going to open up and ask for questions at the with you guys at this point. All right, you guys, how's the first half hour of this been? Kyle, you learned it? You haven't hung up yet, Kyle. All right. Oh, good. Okay. All right. I'm going to hop into basically how to do a post really quick, and then I'll end the call after that. So this next section I'm going to talk about is how to add a post to your website once you've gotten control of it and you're now able to start adding content to your website. One of the first things you're going to need to set up is categories. Categories is the filing system for your website. So you have different ways to file information from your blog post or your blog into your site. So basically, you're going to want to think about how do you want to enter content into your site. So she's got short sale, Scottsdale short sale, Ivy's news, and featured. Typically, you're not going to add much to featured at this point. You're mostly going to be filling in different pieces of content or different blog posts into different categories on your site. Excuse me. So the first thing you're going to want to do is name a couple of categories of, bigger, sort of broader ranges of information that you want to file your information in, file your blog posts into. Sort of the sweet spot, if you will, is 10 categories roughly. You don't want to get too crazy with categories. There are websites out there that have crazy lengths or lists of categories. I'm going to show you one. This is a site that we actually manage as a test site where we do different tests of information. So qualifyarizona.com. I'll show you what this looks like. So here's an info category. This is a category list, and if you look down, you'll see there's, 30, 40 categories here. It's a bit too many. Now, this website for a long time was attached to a subscription service, a blog subscription service for mortgages that basically pumped in a blog post a day from a service that wrote these blog posts and they published them. it was a great service concept, but they gave the same article or blog post to every single website in their port, to every customer that signed up for the service. Now we were paying $60 a month. We paid it for almost a year to test out the effectiveness of the service, and our traffic did not go anywhere with the duplicate content service that we got. So if you're going to sign up for duplicate content, or if you're going to sign up for posting services, make sure you quiz them very heavily on, is this duplicate content that you're publishing across your network, or am I getting a uniquely written article? That's one of the services we offer with Profound Marketing. Is there are certain levels of service we provide our clients where we are writing unique content, and as we implement some of the new changes coming out with our company, there will be some offers for subscribing to unique content subscription from us. So going back to the categories area, again, you don't have to name them all either. You can name them on the fly if you write an article or a post that doesn't exactly fit into one of your categories. You can name it on the fly, and I'll show you that. I'm actually going to show you that now. So, let me go into Scottsdale short sales, and actually I'm going to make a new category. So let's do, I'm an ex-mortgage guy, so I'm going to say mortgage info. So the slug is important. You don't want to put in capital letters here. You want to put in lowercase. So mortgage -info. It's important that you name this slug. You want to keep it a couple of terms, and you want to separate each word with a dash. Now, I'm not going to add it to a parent. You generally are not going to add it to a parent or to a specific parent category. But there might be a time when you do, when you've written a ton of information, and now you're going to work in subcategories of a major category that you're working with. But for the most part, when you're just starting out with your blog, you're not going to have any parent categories and then child categories underneath it. So I'm going to write a brief description. This category is about general mortgage and home financing information as it applies to the Phoenix, Scottsdale, Mesa home buying market. There. So I'm adding this new category, and there's my new category. So I'm now going to go in to do a blog post. So I'm adding a new blog post, and I'm going to pull up an article that is already basically written, and oops, sorry about that. And I'm just going to pull it up and add it as if I've already written it. So I'm going to drop out of there, and yeah, you should still be seeing what I'm doing. And where's my T? Right there. So I'm going to pull up a file that I've already, 10 reasons to hire a real estate agent. So this is an article that I wrote a while back for a client, and I'm just going to copy and paste. Let's just pretend for now that I've already written this, and it's brand new. I'm going to copy it, and I'm now going to bring it into my article that I've just written. So I'm going to drop it into my HTML side, Control V, and for simplicity's sake, I'm not going to actually go through formatting it at this point. I just want to show how simple it is to basically put information into a site. So I'm going to call this Top Reasons to Hire a Phoenix, Arizona real estate agent. So I'm now ready to publish this article in real simple form. I'm not going to go through the SEO and the different things with it right now. That's another training session. But I am in very quick and dirty. This thing's ready to go. I want to publish it. I am going to assign it to Ivy's News. Let's do that. Actually, I'm not going to assign it to anything. I see that I don't have a category here that really makes sense. So I'm going to add a new category on the fly, which I told you we would show you how to do. So I'm now going to say Scottsdale real estate. And there's no parent category, so I'm just going to do add category. Now it automatically assigns it. Now the way WordPress works is it actually will do the slug, which I showed you with the Scottsdale-real-estate. It'll break this down, make it all lowercase. It's pretty slick the way it works. So I don't actually have to go in and create it over here right there and do it the way I showed you before. It's an easy way to do it on the fly here. So now I'm just going to say publish. So if I want to, I can view my post from here, take a look at what it looks like, and you can see it's long, doesn't really look that great right now. So I could add a picture, and that's another lesson in itself. But I could probably do, oops, I'm going to get rid of this one, and we're going to get rid of that one. And let's just go ahead and add an image really quick. So I'm gonna, let's see, libraries, documents, and I want to go to where I have some pictures stored. I have a thing called iStock photos, and I'm going to dump in this picture here. So I'm not going to go through filling all this information out. That's a whole nother thing to talk about. But I am going to put it on the right side, and I'm going to do full size, and I'm going to insert it in the post. So you can kind of see the code here. That's what it looks like. I'm going to pop over to visuals so you can see it. And there it is. I'm going to update my post. And I'm going to look at the top reasons to hire a real estate agent. Notice it's not here yet. It's because I haven't refreshed my website. Boom, there's my article. There's my image. You can see the difference between what an image, with an image or without an image. It really spruces up the article. Now I could go through and change the information here to show this as a bold. Maybe put some spaces in. There's some cosmetics that I can do to make this thing look better than what it currently, looks like. So that's the basics of how to do a blog post. That should get you started with your site and doing any general information that you need to, or general blog posts. Beyond that, questions, reach out to one of us at Profound Marketing. We can help you from there. We're all real experienced in putting blog posts into a website.